Oh my goodness, oh Julian, I love you, I love you, I love you, even though I've only known you for 3 whole days, or 5, I don't know, who cares about the time? Oh, I don't know, Crimson. Oh, I don't know, I love you too, even though we need to find your sister, and this is all a game. Alright, hey everyone, Jenny here, welcome back to my channel. Today, if you couldn't tell from my little skit, that I am doing a review of Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Alright, so that went way better in my head, especially since I'm not thrown right now because I was I can't find what I wanted to find. So I'm wearing a combination of a graduation gown and a Greek costume. I'm yeah, where is my costume that I wanted? Anyways, yeah, Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I hate this book so much. That's how much I care. I just wanted to throw it. I almost... So, to start out with, and yes, I am going to be wearing this distractingly weird graduation gown from last year, this entire video. Anyways, I hated Caraval by Stephanie Garber, sorry. And yes, you guys do get another angle of my room. Yeah, so Caraval, this is, this review will have spoilers, let me tell you that. And again, to start out with, I hated this book, and I know that's an unpopular opinion, everyone loves this book, but I don't get why, why? I didn't see anything that's worthy of liking in there. So we're gonna break it down of everything just everything. Cause I don't know why, it's so hard for me to do, a spoiler-free review of a book I hate, but, on a book I like, I can, avoid spoilers just because. Yeah, let's start out. I hated this book. That book, I gave 2 stars on Goodreads, and I'm now sitting on it for, a week. No, I want to give this 1 star, because this book was horrible. It was horrible. And I hate saying that about books because I know people, I've been writing since I was 14 for maybe before that, since I got to middle school. I've been writing since I got to middle school. I know what goes into writing, I know the hard work and everything, but I don't get it. Why do people like this? Everyone, it's given 5, a lot of people give it 5 stars on Goodreads, and I don't get it. I know I have an immensely unpopular opinion by not liking this book. I don't get it. It's supposed to be this magical performance, and there's no magic. There's no magic. The only magic is their stupid dress that changes every other chapter. It goes from, oh, and what? What? It's so stupid. Her dress will change just because the dress feels like it. Now, okay, it would have been cool, if she had an emotion and the dress changed with, the emotion. But no. They literally said in one of the chapters that, the dress changes whenever it feels like it. It's, the dress has a mind of its own, whatever. And there's no world building, okay, so you get, you're on this concrete island in the Mediterranean-inspired thing. I don't know, thing. And, yeah. Also, when I see a map, I'm taking the bookshelf off, because, now it's getting serious. Alright, so, when I see, I'll give it this, I really do think this is really pretty. But, when I see a map in a YA fantasy, or any fantasy, I expect to use it, say, oh, okay, let's go look back at the map. I didn't use it because I didn't really care. And I was okay, I don't really care. And yeah. There's no world building. Like, how does the magic work? Like, the main character doesn't know how it works, so why explain it to anyone else through, like, someone who actually knows how the magic works? Also, I'm sorry, Scarlet is the dumb main character. Like, she is dumb. Like, or naive or whatever, but it's one thing to be like, oh. It's one thing not to listen to people who you just met, but she literally listens to people she just met about whatever random thing. Like, oh, okay. Oh, flutter off over there. Oh, flutter off over there. And, like, this suffers her insta-love, and I was like, no. Mother and sister, sloppy seconds. Like, okay. She gets... Sorry, I'm just like... She sees the two of them over there making out in her basement. Sure. I don't care. It's a basement now. But, like, whatever. I don't really care, like, about their insta love. I don't care about Scarlet. The only thing I really cared about was, like, oh, okay, let's see what's up with Donatella going missing. Like, yeah, that I was interested in. I want to know what was behind that. And he did, and it was dumb, and I wanted to rip the book in half and throw it across the room. And, of course, why did Legend want to take revenge on their family through whatever her grandmother did? Like, why does he care? Like, it stated in the book that their breakup wasn't like the legend said it was. Oh, it was, like, horrible. Now he wants to... Like, what? But then, like, what? And they said he didn't really care. Like, what? Like, this book was really confusing. I hated this book so much. I almost DNF'd this book, but then I'll have to admit, I was, like, really intrigued at one part. I was like, oh. Okay, but then when I got to, like, the big reveal, I was just like, I'm so done. This book is so dumb. This book makes me mad. I, like, literally almost ripped it in half and threw it across the room. But, like, people were sleeping. I was like, But yeah, like, Scarlet's dumb. I don't care about Tristan. I don't give a shit about the romance. I really don't believe Donatella and Scarlet are sisters. And what was up with their father? Like, their father, they said that he was nice, but then their mother left, so he became abusive. Like, who does that? Like, I've never heard of a person doing that. Like, okay, I would totally understand it. Like, if he started drinking slowly, but his drinking got worse over the years, and then, you know, if he was drunk, he would be, like, okay, I get that. That I would believe. But this was like, oh my god, that's just like, oh, their mother left, so I must beat them to teach them a lesson. What? That makes no sense. And who was the villain? Was it Legend? Was it their father? And their father, like, literally wanted her to get raped. Like, what? Like, wanted her to get raped by her fiance. I was like, who she's never met, and she's keen on marrying, like, okay, I have to say, a lot of times in young adult books, people don't want to marry someone that they don't know, like, through an arranged marriage, or just in any books, really. It's like, okay, that's understandable. You don't know them, you don't know what's going to happen. But she was so set on marrying the Count, which I was like, wait, what is he? Like, he's a Count. Which I was like, okay, that's different. I actually liked that. I was like, okay, whatever. Sure, she has her reason. She wants to get off her little island. She wants to get away from her dad. And she said he seemed like a nice guy. But I was like, her sister was like, no, he's not a nice guy. You don't know him. Oh, yeah, she wrote to him. You can totally get to know people through back and forth through that kind of correspondence. Like, what? And he actually seemed like a decent guy when he was in there. I was like, okay, he seemed like halfway decent, but then he was the villain along with her father? Villain? Like, what? Okay, and then back to Caraval. The game itself makes no sense. They don't explain. She doesn't explain how it works. Like, I've seen people compare this to the Hunger Games. Okay, so the Hunger Games, she did a lot of world building, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Like, yeah, that was good. I haven't finished reading it. I haven't read the last one, but after all these years, it's somewhere in my list. I still need to finish it. Like, I care about finishing it. Okay, back to Caraval. She didn't explain how it worked. Like, do they have TVs in this universe? How, like, there's watchers and then there's players. That was never stated. So how it's presented going in, what my brain thinks is like, yeah, okay, it's going to be this performance. They're going to be all watching it. And then her sister gets kidnapped through that. Okay, but no, she got kidnapped off the boat when they got there. Like, okay. But she was knocked out, so that was whatever. That was whatever. And then, like, yeah. That was whatever. Sorry, my brain. I got home from work and I straight went to this. So, like, I've been thinking about this all day in my head. But yeah, like, they don't explain how the watchers work. Like, she sees someone who's just a watcher, and they're like, oh yeah, we go over. Like, how are you supposed to watch it? Like, again, my brain thought when they said, oh, you can watch or you can play, what are you going to do? And, the watching, how I understand worked, was like, you go off to another path and I don't get that. Like, if you're going to have something like that, you watch or you play, explain how both things work. I don't even know how you play. Like, this was dumb. And it seemed like there was no other players but Scarlet. Like, what? That's weird. Like, did he, like, okay, again, it would be I don't know. And then there's this whole thing where Scarlet sees, like, emotions through color? What? Alright. Okay, so I marked a page, because this got kind of weird, and I was like, okay. Like, see, I have, like, one little flag, because that's all I really cared about. Alright, so it says, on this page that I marked, sour shades of yellow-green made her stomach roil with trepidation. What does that even mean? Like, you could say, like, her stomach clenched, or her stomach was rolling with trepidation as fear crawled up her. Like, there's so many different ways that you can put that. Like, what? Okay, so it would also be another thing, like, if she saw emotions through colors, if, like, she could see other people's auras, like, but she can't, like, what? Like, yeah, like, that would have been neat. That would have been a neat little thing, but no. And again, there was no magic. Like, the only magic was that her stupid dress changed whenever it felt like, oh, like, she was talking to, was it Dante? Yeah, I think she was talking to Dante, who is another player, and yeah, and then it changed from what it was to, like, this sexy dress, because then they explained, like, oh, it changes whenever it feels like, and I'm, like, I thought the premise of this book was really good. Like, I was like, okay, I can go for, like, a circus-themed book. And I know everyone compares it to The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstein, which I haven't read. Like, honestly, I haven't read it because I just haven't, like, but it's on my Amazon wish list. I just haven't read it yet. But, like, there's no circus or, like, I was expecting it to be kind of like a carnival. Like, if people thought circus, I kind of thought carnival just by the name Caraval. So my brain thought, carnival, oh, that seems like fun. But no, there's nothing in there like that. Like, oh my god. I'm sorry, this book just makes me so mad. Like, I'm at a loss for words. But apparently I've been talking for 14 minutes. But, yeah. Also, Julian. Okay, I'm still in the characters. Julian. He is an abusive prick. Well, not abusive. Just a manipulative prick. Like, also who ends up shirtless like every other chapter. Like, what the hell? What? And he's also like way older than Scarlet. Like, okay, maybe he's like 17, 18. I'd buy that, whatever. I have no issues with that age. I also have like no issues with like an immortal person in love with like a person who only has like one life. Yeah, okay, those are sappy stories, but I like those. I enjoyed Twilight when I was a kid, like when I was in high school. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll buy that, but like he's a manipulative prick. Like, I don't know. I don't know. He's just so... Everyone... Okay, all the characters are one-dimensional. And what really gets me is that Stephanie Garber is a creative writing teacher. She teaches creative writing, and I'm just like... I can write... Why don't... I'm like, if she can get a book published, I have, like, no doubt my own little stories can get published. Just, like... Wow. And also the writing is very flowery. Like, people have said it has purple prose. Yeah, I can see that. Like, there's descriptions that don't really forward the story. They just kind of, like, enhance on what's going on. I don't know. This review is, like, mumble jumbled. I apologize. And then there's Donatella. I hated Donatella. Okay, I hated all the characters, but, like, I hated her especially. Especially what... At the end where she was, like... Scarlett's like, oh, no, you can't believe him because they're such and such. And she's like, what? No, you're crazy. People go crazy in this game and you're crazy. Like, she didn't believe her own sister, who says she's supposedly known, like, all her life. But, like, believe someone she knew for, like, 4 days. Like, what? What? Now, okay, so this book, like, it hooked me on, like, the first couple pages, like, with the letters back and forth, with Scarlet trying to write to Legend about when, But then, yeah, after that, I was like, at some point, I was, like, not truly invested, but I was like, okay, let's see where this is going. A lot of people said that they could see plot twists coming. I mean... Yeah, they were kind of somewhat predictable. I was like, maybe not in the way that I thought they'd be predictable, but at the same time I was like, okay, I'm not surprised. Especially with who led... Okay, so what I would have thought this story was going... Again, like this whole review has spoilers, again. If you're still here and you didn't get that the first time, this whole review... Because I'm pretty sure I already said it. I don't know. And this is not going to be edited, so... I will put... Whatever. I'll put a spoiler warning. But, like... With the whole reveal about who Legend was... Like, Legend turned out to be Julian's brother. I keep wanting to call him Tristan. That's how little I care about him. He wanted... Yeah, like, they're brothers. Okay, so where I thought it was going, and I would have probably... enjoyed the story a little bit more as if Legend had turned out to be Julian. Like, that's where I thought it was going, but then it turned out to be his brother. I'm like, are you shitting me? That's where I almost ripped the book in half. I was just like, Alright, so we probably should wrap up this review. So if you enjoyed this book, great on you. Like, what are you reading that I'm not? Because I thought this whole book was crap. But yeah, like, if you enjoyed it, great on you. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know if you have the same reasons. We probably do. But again, like, I don't get why this book was overhyped or hyped. I think it's overhyped. It does not deserve the hype. Like, I'm not even gonna... I'm a little bit curious about what's gonna happen in the next book, but then I'm also like, I don't really care. Like, it can't get any worse. This whole story is convoluted, and it seems like it's very still, like, in the early developing stages, not, like, something that should be a finished product. But apparently it is, because I have it sitting right there. I almost feel like the publisher accidentally published the first draft as opposed to like the finished draft, but whatever. Whatever. Like, if you like this book, great. If you didn't, I feel you on that. Like, what's up with this book? This book is a mess. But this book is also published, so there's something there. Alright, well, I'll see you guys on Saturday for my actual plan to what I'm going to be doing on Saturday, as opposed to this impromptu review on this ridiculous clothes. Yeah. Alright, bye.